Badger fans should start getting ready for the heat, also safety and parking.
And the UW Police Department, as well as Wisconsin Athletics, are gearing up for thousands of fans heading to Camp Randall this weekend. NBC 15's Cameron Kelly joining us in the studio. So Cameron, UW Police gave you a rundown of what fans need to know.
Maria, Mark, the heat is no joke this weekend. UW Assistant Chief of Police shares with me the importance of applying sunscreen, wearing light colors, and staying hydrated.
And we ask fans to hydrate in advance. We want people to come to the game in a healthy way. And that means reduced alcohol consumption and increased water consumption.
Around 67,000 fans will fill Camp Randall on Saturday. Ahead of game day, UW Police Department warns fans to think ahead.
Arrive early. Plan your day ahead of time. Remember that getting parking is going to take a while. Walking to the stadium is going to take a while. Getting through security screening this year will be a new process.
UW Transportation Services tells me single game parking is available for first come, first serve in lots 46, 60, 67, and 76. Before and after the game, Bucky Shuttle runs between lots on the west side of campus in the corner of Breeze Terrace and University Avenue. Meter parking is not available from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. on Monroe Street. Once you've found a spot and walk over to the stadium, security checks begin.
If people are bringing smaller, like handbag type things into the stadium, they need to be in a clear bag and see-through. The other thing is tomorrow's policy regarding carry-ins will be a little bit different for athletics because of the weather.
And what's different this time around is that you can bring 2 sealed water bottles per person into Camp Randall. Concession stands are also expected to have around 125,000 water bottles on hand to purchase. Live in the studio, Cameron Kelly, NBC 15 News.